Turkin around, long as they've been alive. Turkin around, guess we're doing it live. Talking about the songs, maybe drinking some beer. Turkin around is you. You got Paul and Noel, Billy Law, country singer Joshua Ray Walker, Nathan Mongo Will.
Josh, fact.
John Merritt.
Go ahead.
I like your planters.
They're my neighbors.
Are those yours?
No.
I cannot have a plant.
We have chairs.
I was going to say, that's a pretty fancy planter.
Even if I die outside of COVID, y'all can zoom in. Like, it's not a big deal to mine. I'll provide a link.
I don't want y'all to know that I've died. You'll just be like, whatever happened to that Nathan guy?
We haven't booked a show in a while.
Yeah. Turkin around. Yeah. We've made it to 6. Cheers, guys. It's the most follow through we've ever had, I think.
6 of them. 3,
Oh.
4, 5, 6, and 1 to grow on.
We have never been this committed to anything.
Never.
It's because we don't have to go anywhere.
True. It does help that we're like pretty much stuck at home.
I miss the homework life. I used to have so much steak just for lunch because I could just make it.
Did you bring your mouse like into the kitchen?
I literally, like, yeah, it could reach onto the counter. I'd be like replying to
That's
messages.
amazing. We have 2 songs, the final 2 songs on the record. It's been a lot of fun talking about all the songs, though. Do y'all have a favorite episode?
My favorite one was episode 4, but my favorite thing was in episode 5 when we just had theme songs everywhere for different things.
Oh, well, speaking of, Will, do you have a Trader Joe's pick of the week?
Thank you, Nathan. I do have a Trader Joe's pick of the week.
It's a Trader Joe's pick of the week with Billy Law.
Our wine selection today is a 2016 California Pinot Noir. It is $3.99. There's no wine that ends up in this house that costs more than $5. Also, last night we made a spinach tortellini from Trader Joe's that will knock your socks off. Pair that with their breadsticks. You know what? Everything we had listed. So we had a Caesar salad with Trader Joe's Caesar dressing. We had breadsticks from Trader Joe's and spinach tortellini.
You heard it right here, folks. It's a one-stop shop. Get everything you need.
No, I wanted to hear Josh's coupon, whatever, for the week.
Yeah.
I could get on the old Sam's app and check it out. The shocking values on Sams.com this week are all wedding rings.
Why do you need to buy those in bulk? To start a jewelry shop?
No, not. It's not multiple rings.
Okay, all I could see was that clam chowder down below or whatever that is.
Yeah, it looks pretty good.
That's a perfect segue into our first song of the night. You're Only Pretty When You're Sad, which is the ultimate gift for any loved one.
Paul, you think you could look something up for me on Facebook?
Yeah, let's check it out.
There is 100% Nathan putting on my wall that he just wrote the Turks' new anthem, You're Only Pretty When You're Sad.
Oh, wow. I don't even remember that. Yeah, that one goes way back. That's another Chicago song. I do remember being really excited about it and being convinced that the melody to the verse was from something. So I searched forever. I've never come up with it, but I'm still pretty much convinced that it's definitely just a ripoff of something. It does sort of come from a true story, although less than you'd think. I wasn't just being awful to somebody. Most of it is, exaggeration for the sake of making a better song. I don't actually cry when someone's happy. Oh, it's the same girl from Can't Promise Nothing, actually.
I know, I was about to say. You got that bleeper ready? I'll say it. It's
Okay, yeah, that's right. That's what I thought.
I guess I should say one of the same girls from Can't Promise Nothing.
I thought it was.
No.
Can we do a segment where we all open our mouths and you just put a bunch of guitar sounds over all of it?
Yeah, sure. This was the only song that was good from our 2011 attempt at making a record.
It was for sure the only one that was passable.
The song that made me believe that y'all were a good band. Back when Three Links was LaGrange, I brought a bunch of people to see y'all's show because of this song.
I believe at that show we played Wagon Wheel and Nathan forgot the lyrics, and one of the people that Josh brought to the show helped Nathan remember the lyrics. So that
We
were like, and you were looking at us, and we were looking at you.
We probably played the intro for 5 minutes until I finally realized. There might be video of that exact song. I think I found it on our YouTube recently. So we'll put it in. If I can find it, we put it in now. Oh boy, what a trip down memory lane that was. That was the first time Turks was ever on a marquee anywhere.
We wore that picture on Facebook proudly.
It was
Look
our
at
cover
us.
photo for like years.
Yeah, it was a cool venue. I mean, I
Yeah.
like Three Links a
I
lot.
like Three Links
so,
a lot too, yeah.
Brilliant, it's sick.
But it's funny how bands can play anywhere. You could be an established band and have a hard time getting into LaGrange at that point. And we were like 4 gigs under our belt and somehow ended up
Headlining,
there.
yeah.
This is Nathan's mom's favorite Turk song.
Oh, it is. She's obsessed with it, yeah.
But hey, Will, what is it that you call your little bass move in this song?
Bumblebee Turkoff.
So we'll play a clip of what exactly that is right about now.
Boo, 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 boo.
All bass players probably know the feeling of like you're a better bass player if you play simple things more often, but you'll always be surprised at what people find is impressive. This is the thing that people comment on the most, like, I can't believe, like, that was incredible.
It's a little
It's
trick
like,
called the Bumblebee Jerk
it's
Off.
literally, it's like, you just slide.
That's kind of how it works, right? Because it's all stage magic. So it's whatever like looks coolest or is the most fun. Sometimes that's all you need, right?
That outro in general has a lot of cool transitions in it that aren't actually very complex. We're usually typically pretty locked into it. This is one of those
Yes.
songs, like I know Josh has talked about before, how the band would have a hard time playing with anyone else because there's so much like looking around, eye contact for cues.
Right. Over the quarantine, we were going to do those like at-home videos, which meant I had to record to like a click and then send it to y'all, and you had to like record over it. And I tried to do this one, and so that took me listening to the record and counting how long y'all do certain things, and it's like 9, 8, 8. Like there's one extra measure.
Oh, we fucked up, but we all fucked up together. So
Yeah,
that's
we're
going on the
keeping it.
record.
Yeah.
It's one of the harder guitar things I have to play in a Turk set. It's also, if I get it right, one of the more fun things to play.
There's been more than once where I'm playing and I'm like, oh, this is awesome. This is going great. I look over to Josh and you're just like so intense. You're like, end it right fucking now. Like,
Yeah.
I just slowly walk over to your crash cymbal and lean over it until you finally look up at me. I'm like,
That's the only way to get a hold of Paul while we're playing. That's the only way.
I think you wrote that bass line, and I remember thinking like, wow, this is real bass playing. Like,
Back in the day, yeah. I played a party, like an outdoor socially distanced birthday party the other night. Hired me for some reason. I had to learn a John Mayer song.
which one?
Slow Dancing in a Burning Room.
It's a great song.
I
Good
fe-
he
song.
puts on a good show.
That's right. I like
Pretty
John
solid.
Mayer. I do. In the past like couple of years, I've learned that. I mean, there's some stuff to throw away, but I like John Mayer.
Okay, I'm moving.
Don't
Nice,
make me
nice,
defend John
nice shot.
Mayer.
This is great.
Yeah, you know, Heart of Life.
He's an
That's a
amazing
great
guitar
song.
player. I don't really want to listen to it.
He's really
And when
handsome.
you listen to his
He is
song,
a handsome guy.
Yeah,
he's also a good songwriter, and I also don't really want to listen to that either. He's also very good looking.
I've heard people say that
He
like
is
his
a-
voice is not good. I'm like, okay. Why don't you grab an acoustic guitar and John Mayer grabs an acoustic guitar? Y'all go to a party who they like
Who
more.
lives with someone.
John Mayer could play Wonderwall at a party. Yeah.
100% he would get laid from playing Wonderball, even if he was never John Mayer.
Handsome guy who can play good.
Were there any other Randos songs you had to play?
No, they only asked for one. I'll play it right now if you want me to.
I would
I
love
would
to hear.
really
Yeah,
to hear you
let's do it.
try.
No, you
like,
have to do it
how
for
does
sure.
Nathan sing Groove?
My dear, we're slow dancing in a burning room. All right, you believe me now? I did
Sounds
not
good.
play it that well at the party.
You're getting all these nice Christian girls riled up.
I feel like I
Josh?
defended John Mayer too much now.
Yeah,
I
same.
want-
I want that one back. Josh, what's the last song you learned on guitar?
I don't know. I've never been interested in learning like I don't think I know a single famous guitar solo, which is probably bad to admit as a lead guitarist.
Oh, Paul's doing shots. Are you going to do 6
Betcha.
shots, one for each episode?
Yes,
Are we
No,
all
no.
doing that?
No.
let's do it.
Paul, what was the last song you learned on guitar?
The
Name
last
is
one I
Josh.
was working on was Your Hand in Mine by Explosions in the Sky. And by learning it, I'm like, I've gone through the first two measures.
You looked the tabs up.
I have a solid set of bookmarks just ready to go.
To answer the question, because I remembered, I think I learned Take On Me by Aha and Doreen by Old 97s.
I'm excited for that. That's a great
Yeah.
song.
Can I give
We
a
watched
Paul
The
pick of
Wedding
week?
Singer.
Can I give
Yeah,
a Paul
go
pick
for
of
it.
the week real quick?
It's a Paul pick of the week.
Listen to Cap'n Jazz covering Take On Me.
And
rowdy.
of course, it's Cap and Jazz.
It is very rowdy.
It sounds like Turks at Turks Mansion during one of our parties. If people were like, y'all should play Take On Me by Aha.
Oh,
And we had
Lord.
never learned it, but it was like 1 o'clock in the morning. That's what that's
And
recording
it's
sounds
so
like.
pure and so good.
Really,
There's a reason we disconnected all the amps and speakers when we had parties.
that's what I was about to say. I'm very proud of us for being the host of a party house and also being the members of bands. And generally, all instruments would be hidden.
We
Parties.
covered Paul's drums with like sheets and stuff so nobody else would get tempted either. By the end of the party, it was always about 2:30 a.m. Somebody would be like, there's a drum kit under here. You know?
So I always used to take the beater off of my kick pedal.
I definitely saw multiple girls at different times going and getting utensils and using them to play your drums.
Oh, I miss college.
John Mayer, man. He's
Right.
I do want a disclaimer of my defense of John Mayer and the context that it was in.
No, I'm
Is
definitely
this
going to edit
Josh?
it out. I'm gonna.
Is
I
this the
love
Josh-
John Mayer.
I love John Mayer.
I'm not going to include anything else. Just Josh saying I love John Mayer over and over again. We forgot to put a timer on for this one.
and it shows.
I've got a funny story. Is when we played this at the Lakewood picnic. Nathan was trying not to cuss because we were playing literally at a church.
I was trying to not say anything remotely inappropriate.
So instead of saying I vomit, you said I do something else. That was another one of those shows that almost like tore us apart. It was bad.
I actually legitimately had someone after that show. They were like, so you're doing music? I was like, yeah, I'm in this band. It's a lot of fun. They're like, that's not like what you want to do, right?
Ugh.
I was like,
No.
no. That one stung.
There we
Yeah.
are. Looking good.
That was a good pair of jeans I had.
That must have been the summer before I joined.
July 4th,
July
2012.
4th.
Yep.
Well, I played
And
my first show with y'all September 12th and then joined sometime.
in
I don't
December.
know. You guys never actually officially asked me to join Ottoman Turks to
I
this
mean,
day.
you always say that, but every time we've had that conversation, we've been like, no, but okay, we're asking you now. And you're like, nope, you've never asked me. I'm not hearing you. Technically, Josh still is just auditioning for Ottoman
Maybe.
Turks.
I didn't accept because the first time I brought it up was like years later.
So, Mas Amigos.
Should we set a timer?
5 minutes. Go. I love this song. I really do for some reason. I don't know why.
I think a lot of people feel that way.
I hope so. I hope
I've talked to a
people
lot
feel
of
that way
people.
about all of our songs.
I've said this about every song we've gone over, that it's really simple. So maybe we just play a lot of simple songs.
We do a lot with a little. How about that? It's the album closer for a reason. It's a fun one to play. I like the dynamics. You know, for just a simple blues song, we sort of packed a lot of dynamics with the vocal octaves that I do. And, you know, when I do the Mariah Carey squeak things at the top. And I'm kidding. That never happens. But
Those John Mayer riffs in
yeah,
the middle.
John Mayer riff.
Our only song in F sharp.
Is that true? Yeah, Beer and Women used to be in F sharp, but it's not
Yeah.
anymore.
That minor chord was even more.
Yeah, true.
What's the song about?
Oh,
I have
boy.
no idea what
Oh,
this song
this is about another person that's in Can't Promise Nothing. This is,
Is
a
this
Who is he in Can't Promise Nothing?
college.
college?
Did I ever tell you that I always thought I was the engineer in that song? I
Well-
was really nervous because I thought you were like talking shit.
Well, I'm sorry that you're not, but also I guess I'm glad that you're not.
Never pissed
That's
Nathan
Tom.
off enough to be in a song yet.
One of these days, I'll get you.
I'm looking forward to it.
As long as it gets a good song out of it. Talk a little bit about the meanings of this song.
I guess I must have written it about the same time. It's kind of about the aftermath of the Can't Promise Nothing thing, the time period and all of the events that Can't Promise Nothing's about, which was about something that I didn't say before and I won't say now, or else I'm going to have to bleep it like the Under the Lights video. Those events led me to lose a friend, someone I had been very close to. He ditched me, man, like a sack of bricks or whatever that phrase is. And
You're almost there.
That was your dark period
It
as a
was.
human.
2010, you know, graduating high school, you're trying to figure stuff out with everyone. I don't know, family, friends, girlfriends, that sort of thing. Yeah, he kind of like stopped being friends and I got pissed off and wrote a song.
As you should.
Obviously, the first line is, I've got more friends.
I got more friends.
And
You
so
did,
I
you
was
did,
like,
you
More Friends is a super lame title. And so I was like, how do I make it like cooler? And I was like, Spanish is cool. And so I said Mas Amigos. For a long time, I could never remember what the third verse was. And so I just sang the second verse twice for like 2 years.
I remember that.
Third
Will-
verse,
I think
same
Will
as
finally-
the second, right?
What's that?
I said third verse, same as the second. That's a reference, but don't worry about it.
Your references, Paul, they always go over my head.
It's all good.
You messaged a bunch of profanity on my Instagram about pork chop sandwiches, and it's the only time you ever interacted with any of my posts, and I had no idea what you were referencing, and it freaked my family out. They're like, is Paul in Chicago? Why is he so mad?
I was referencing that G.I. Joe. Where he's like,
Oh.
and then Josh texted me, he's like, hey, I had to delete your message. I was like, okay.
Honestly, those G.I. Joe, they're so easy to reference, but it never seems to land. I'm always like, look at all your different little colored hats or whatever. And everyone's like, what?
That was a different era of the internet.
And here's this.
Wait,
It looks so bad.
Paul!
Yeah, Paul, it looks
Did
like
you
you lost your mind.
Thank God that was
was-
back when you only got like 25 likes.
No.
Imagine if it was now when you got like 1,000.
Josh's response is the equivalent of being like, you all right, buddy? Like,
Yeah,
do we need to
I
talk?
was like,
Nathan, can you like put in the audio for that G.I. Joe? Just there's some kind of frame of reference or something.
Pork chop sandwiches. Oh shit! Get the fuck out of here! What are you doing? Go! Get the fuck out of here, you stupid idiot! Fuck, we're all dead! Get the fuck out! G.I. Joe!
Dude, anyway, Amigos. The timer expired like a minute and a half ago. By the way.
We
Have
don't
we
have
started
a
talking
good
about the
20
song yet?
seconds on Mas Amigos.
It's like a traditional blues song.
Don't go listen to any John Lee Hooker.
It's
Some
basically
questions.
one bourbon, one scotch, one beer, right? Which is basically like 8 other songs.
Right. I mean, the blues is,
The blues, yeah.
there's only 4 blues songs.
One of my favorite things about it is the big.
whoa, that was very heavy.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, wow.
We went hard on that.
Maybe any closing comments on the album?
I was going to say, since it's called Mas Amigos, and this is the last episode, we could talk a little bit about each other and our friendship and our band to close out the series.
Are we done with this?
Definitely at the end of this season.
Yes,
Might
This
have
season
is
is
over.
over.
I will say that we've been in a band for definitely over 10 years.
Over 10 years
Definitely
being
over
a
10
band,
years.
and
Yeah,
over
but-
10 years having like played shows and stuff. So yeah,
You guys are my best friends, and I love you very much. And I'm very excited that we have this album that has kind of showcased all that we've done in the past 10 years. And then we have something new coming out soon that'll showcase a little bit more of that and a little bit more of the new stuff. Despite being around for a while, I still think we have a lot of cool stuff ahead of us, which I'm very, very excited for.
Great.
Thank you all for being a part of my life and letting me be a part of yours, and that we can be in Turks together.
I don't really know what
bro.
to say. That was beautifully put. It was almost
Yeah.
like you had it prepared. I'm like, well, now anything I say, I don't know if it's going to come off as well, but
Thanks for letting me be a part of the band.
Thanks for being in it.
thank you for
It
being.
wouldn't
yeah.
still exist in this form at all.
No,
I think
it wouldn't.
I think we would all be playing music and probably together in some form or another, but Turks would be dead, 100%.
agreed. It's been a long and difficult 10 years at times.
There's been so much reinvention. It's a band that's founded on having a lot of these songs have lasted so long, but also there's just been constant reinvention.
These 10 years have been, well, obviously they've had their ups and downs, but it's a wonderful thing to have this band as a constant throughout it all, even when we were trying to break up. And just to have gotten to this point, the last 2 years have been some of the best of my life. And I appreciate you all. All these are my songs, more or less. And so putting your, not only faith in the songs, but also putting your own selves into the songs, I think is what makes them as good as they are. Turks is something that I've consistently been able to find inspiration in and continue to love music through. And it's because of y'all. Thank you. Love you all.
To go from liquidating the band account and saying that we're going to play a few hometown shows a year, and then playing our hearts out at a Cinco de Mayo show, and ending up getting a gig at the Granada Theater where we've all wanted to play since we were kids, and then having a label come listen and then immediately offer us the opportunity to record, and find the producer who already worked with the label that wanted to capture what we were doing live anyway. I mean, for all of those things to line up the way they did were pretty improbable. Honestly, there's a thank you section to every record, but there were some very key things and people that really made this happen. In a lot of ways, our friends and the people surrounding the record kind of take ownership of Turks as their own, and that's why we have such a dedicated, close-knit fan base.
And honestly, I think the reason we bring them all up so much is because they have ownership. And it's been a shared story beyond just the 4 of us.
Real quick, we have some news to announce. Can we start teasing that?
So State Fair, we're playing 2 days.
2 days,
Yeah.
2nd and the 3rd.
There are 3 sets in a day, and that there's a drive-in going on, and we're going to play on a stage as people are driving.
Come see us at the fair.
Boogers.
We're done? Freeze frame?
I think so. Love y'all.
Love you.